ladies and gentlemen, I'm Oprah Winfrey and welcome to today's show. Today we're going to talk about the color purple. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about The Color Purple. It's an amazing book and I play a role in the movie myself. Our guest today is Mrs. Matisek. Welcome.
Thank you.
She's an expert in Black English and she's going to tell us something more about the aspects of Black English in this book.
Black English is the language that Celie speaks in the book. It's a form of Standard English, also known as AAVE, African American Vernacular English. And AAVE is a mix of American English and West African languages. There are two different hypotheses about the creation of Black English. The first hypothesis is that the slaves who were imported from West Africa had a hard time learning English. And that's why they speak this bad form of English. So in fact it's just stupid English. The second hypothesis is known as the Creole hypothesis. Creole means mix of languages. It says that the slaves who were imported from West Africa wanted to speak with each other on the boats. And so they created a language of different West African languages and English. The grammar of their own language, but with English words.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you for watching.
Although slavery was already abolished in 1865, the black people in America still suffered in the 20th century, especially in the southern states. The black people had to apprehend themselves to other rules than the rules for the white people. This meant, for example, that when you wanted to go by bus to your work, when you're a black person, you had to sit all the way at the back, and when a white person came into the bus and all the seats were taken, you had to stand up for that person. Quite humiliating. And this is just one example. In that time, the whole society was separated. Black people also were held back from issues like voting. Officially they could vote, but white people would do anything to cure that. The black people were threatened with death if they would vote or that something would happen to their family. The white people even made up rules you had to register before a certain time, and the white people would make sure they wouldn't be on time for that. Or they made up you had to be able to read if you wanted to vote, which most black people couldn't because of the poor education they've had. And with all these rules it was quite impossible to change anything in America for the black people. And on top of that there was an organization who made it their job to assassinate black people when they wouldn't do anything what the white people wanted them to do. That organization is called the Ku Klux Klan. They did horrible things to the black people just because they thought they were less than the white people were.
Emancipation is an important theme in the novel, not just of black people but also of women. In the novel, segregation still exists in America. Black people are treated like they are inferior to the white people. They usually are very poor and work in the fields, while white people have better jobs such as a mayor. The novel is also about emancipation of women, like I said. They are often married off and treated like slaves by their husbands. They have to take care of the kids and clean the house. They have to do whatever their husband says, because if they don't listen, he beats them. Celie is afraid of Mr. because if she does something wrong, he beats her. That is a very common thing in that time. Harpo, Mr.'s son, complains that his wife, Sophia, never listens to him. Celie and Mr. tell him he has to give her a good sound beating. But Sophia is a very big and strong woman, so when Harpo tries to beat her, she beats him instead. This is a good example of the emancipation of women, because Sophia stands up for her rights as a woman. Jacques Avery is a very emancipated woman because she's a black female, but she's very rich and well known, even by the white people.
In 1985, Alice Walker's novel The Color Purple was made into a motion picture. At first, Alice Walker did not agree with the thought of someone else telling her story, but after meeting producer Quincy Jones, who gained her trust, she agreed. The film was directed by Steven Spielberg. In fact, The Color Purple was his first film with a serious theme. When Alice Walker saw the film for the first time, she didn't like it at all. She said that a lot of points that she had put in the novel were missed in the film. This includes the toning down of Celie's lesbian relation with Chuck and the fact that Mr. Albert is not forgiven and does not reunite with Celie at the end. She also found that Sophia looked too aged after being released from prison, and the worst scenes were the ones set in Africa, especially the one with the sacrification ceremony. The casting, however, she found superb. A few of her favorite scenes were the parting scene with Nettie, the kissing scene with Chuck, and the scene where Chuck and Celie find all the letters. Alice Walker's overall negative look on the film changed when she got a lot of positive reactions from people all over the world. The film was also nominated for 11 Academy Awards and had won many other prizes. Now let's sum up some more of the major differences between the novel and the film. The biggest difference is the fact that in the film Celie is not writing letters to God and Nettie. In the book she does this all the time. In fact, the whole structure of the book is based on this. Another difference is found in the character Chuck. In the novel, she appears to be an all-time strong and individual woman, but in the film, a new sub-theme is introduced that shows Chuck's vulnerable side towards her father. Chuck's father is a preacher that doesn't accept the life Chuck is living. However, at the end of the film, they reunite. Also, the character Albert, who is only called Mr. in the book, is different in the film. In the film, his character seems brighter than in the novel, because the film also shows his funny side when he is put into various ridiculous situations. His character is also put more in the center than it is in the book, especially at the end.
More than anything, God loves admiration.
You saying God is vain?
No, not vain. Just wanting to share a good thing. I think it pisses God off if you walk by the color purple in a field and don't notice it.
Well, you saying it just want to be loved like it say in the Bible?
Yeah, Celie. Everything want to be loved. Us sing and dance and holler. Just trying to be loved. Look at them trees. Ever notice how trees do everything to get attention that we do? Except walk. Oh, Miss Celia, it feels like singing.